Hall and Oates, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, SpongeBob and Patrick. These are all great duos, but the most dynamic duo of all time is my brother and I. I'm going to talk about a progressive relationship between us and how it came to be. Starting off with the birth of my little brother, the breakdown of our relationship, and ending with the restoration of our brotherly bond. See, my brother is an astonishing person who is a role model, but to very few. Anyways, my brother was born when I was about 2 to 3 years old, and he was undeniably irresistible. He had the chubbiest of cheeks and the chubbiest of arms and legs, and everybody paid attention to him. So I figured that I didn't like the little kid because he was taking my spotlight. But as we grew older, our bond grew stronger. Our favorite hangout spot was his grandparents' place, where we did everything you could think of. We lived life like there was no tomorrow. We played basketball, football, baseball. We had airsoft wars, Nerf wars, and paintball wars. We even had a band with the kids in the neighborhood and had 3 hit singles. But after a growing relationship, there was time where my brother and I were forced to live in separate homes. He stayed with his grandparents, and I stayed with mine. Living apart was crucial to the mind, body, and soul. Day by day, hour by hour, every minute, and every second tore on our lives. We were growing much different from one another. He didn't like the same things I liked, which caused us to fight and fight all the time. But there was a time where my sister was born, and I knew that I had to form an alliance with my brother. We moved back into the same house with my mom, and we were stuck doing the big brotherly chores such as throwing away diapers and warming up the baby's milk and getting out clothes. We didn't agree on a lot of things at the time, but one thing we could agree on was that we didn't want to do crap for that baby anymore. We fought, we whined, we did everything we could just to get the attention back to us. But after overcoming a hard struggle, our brotherly bond was finally been restored. I remember a time where my brother and I were bored, and we invited these kids who stayed at least 4 blocks down to come over and shoot hoops with us. Well, we beat them multiple times, and they didn't like it, so they decided they were going to take our bikes and leave. My brother and I, furious. So we sat in our garage thinking of a way that we could get our bikes back. We came up with what we thought a master plan to get our bikes back, jumping every fence in everyone's backyard to make it to the shed that had our bikes in there. The boys were gone, and we followed through with the plan, and everything was going well until we missed one important variable. One of the houses had a dog. It was ferocious. We ran and ran, the dog right on our tails. I throw Jason, my little brother, over the fence, and the dog just misses me on my way over. Relieved and exhausted, we make it to this shed with the bikes in there, so what we thought. We opened it up, and it was empty. We were furious. We did all this getting chased by a dog for no reason. We walked back home, taking the long way this time because we weren't going to face that dog again, and just moaned for about 3 days straight. But even though coming up empty-handed, we had fun together. And Jason is an overall phenomenal and influential human being. I can honestly say that I look up to my little brother. Our relationship grew and almost peaked from the time we were forced to live in separate homes, and living apart was not good for our relationship. We fought more than anyone should fight, but the birth of our little sister brought us back together, and our once broken relationship was finally being repaired. I have a lot of great memories with my brother, but my most favorite was coming up with a mission to retrieve our bikes and almost getting torn to shreds by a vicious canine. Now nothing can come between my brother and I. And as a great person once said, a brother shares childhood memories and grown-up dreams.